Okay, so we're going to start this video, and if you recognize any of these people, I know the video quality is horrible, but that's somebody's dog. If you recognize that dog from the early 1960s, or these people from the early 1960s, please comment on it. I believe them are whitefish that you just saw, and I believe this could be Mr. Keeler's dad. I am not sure who he is, but them are whitefish, I believe. If you guys know, comment on anything you see that you have knowledge of. Remember, this is early 60s, Lake Matanga, Lake Lucerne area, Keeler's Resort. Um, yeah, just anything that you can think of. Maybe even that camera. I believe this could be Bill Keeler. Um, he ran the resort, and I believe he's holding a whitefish or salmon, coho, grizzly bear. I don't know. But like I said, we have to check this stuff out and see if we can come up with some names. This fella here, to me, it looks like a Perry, but and that little boy, I don't know who he could be. It's hard to say. Then this area here looks like it's north of Argonne to me, but it could be anywhere. It's from the 1960s, so it looks like military road off of 55 to me. I'm not sure if they had a cabin up there, but it looks like there is a cabin up that way. Like I said, a lot of this video is boring, kids, but in order to get most detail and content that we can, and that this could be Mr. and Mrs. Keeler here, I'm not real sure. It's hard to tell from the back, right? But look at that hairdo. I love it. Then we had our hats back in the day. Like I said, this quality is just horrible, but I'm going to get it downloaded onto. Here's some guys coming in fishing, and I think they're coming into Keeler's Resort, holding up some fish. Two guys and a girl in a boat out fishing. And this could be some of the cabins that Keeler's had there. They make the girl carry the fish, of course. The women had to do everything back then. The guys were lazy or something, I don't know. But nice string of, I believe, are whitefish, some perch. And again, I think that's Bill Keeler there. That guy there, I don't know who's with him, but they ran the resort, so that could be from Milwaukee, Green Bay, from the city, Chicago. There looks like a nice northern. Then they string them up on the porch. I believe that's Bill Keeler's mom, but I'm not real sure. Here's some video, and here's some guys hunting now. Look at where's their orange? Oh my God, they don't even have orange on. But yeah, they didn't have to back then. But they got their guns and oh, whoever's come on, boys, get your picture taken. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, this is the stuff they wore when they hunted back then. Didn't have to worry about. Look at them bucks. Them are some nice racks on there. They had nice racks back in the day. Nice deer. They had deer back in then. Now they don't have any. So there they are again. It must be the next morning, going out again. Back then you could kill 30, 40 of them. There's still millions of them left. Looks like that's a double take, but I don't know what they did here. But yeah, it looks like, man, I don't know how that happened. I never did that. So he must have retook it. Didn't like the first take. Now here you go. I think this is Keeler's Resort. This is the beach. All the girls, the ladies laying out in the sun on the beautiful dock. And you can see the hills in the background. I believe this is Lake Matanga for sure at Keeler's Resort. Like I said, it was a destination back in the days, and whole families come up and they spent their summers here, weekends or weeks or at a time. Kids learned how to swim, learned how to fish. All the city folk come up here and the bathing beauties. Then this person here, nice close up if you can think or see and notice that person. Like I said, could be from anywhere. But I love the bathing suits and stuff from back then. And then nostalgic. But again, if you know anybody or think you know somebody or even think you know them, let us know. But yeah, they're all laying out on the beach, just like a big resort. Oh, by the way, I will have somebody doing a voiceover for this because I don't have the most pleasant voice in the world. They probably ain't gonna be as funny as I am, but anyway, yeah, just taking care of the little kids and guys are probably out fishing. The girls are getting their sun, and they even wore dresses back then. Imagine that. I heard some boys playing horseshoes. They had everything there at the resort. They had horseshoe pits. They had archery range. They had a little bit of everything. This guy, I don't know. He looks like maybe a lifeguard, but I don't know if I want him swimming out there. But there are clothes hanging in the background. That was their dryer back then. Some old guy just taking it all in, watching the pretty girls. Well, yeah, this is quite the dock system they had back then. And I believe if people are familiar with Keeler's Resort, that's the big hill over by the rock wall that you're looking at. Here's one of the cabins, some of the family that rented out the cabin probably. And look at that wonderful outfit. Oh, here comes Grandma or Mom checking out. You kids get over here and get your picture taken. Yeah. Little did they know. There's someone swimming outside the lines. Where's that lifeguard we just saw? He should be out there saving them. But I'm thinking this is around 1962. There's an old Chris Craft, wood, whatever. It's worth a few dollars nowadays. Here, I think, is the DNR and some of the locals helping stock. I have a lot more video of this later on my second video. So, but yeah, that's stocking the lakes. And now they've been depleted by 50, 60, 70, 80 years of overfishing and people keeping them little 3 or 4, 5, 6 inches from the city because they thought that's what it was. They thought you could keep all them. They should, but look what it done. Don't get me wrong. We still have a beautiful fishery up here, but this dock system, I think, is in Lake Lucerne back in the day. But it could be Keeler's too, but I don't think so. I think this is Lake Lucerne. That looks like a island sticking out there, so if it is, that would be Lake Lucerne. There was a lot of resorts on Lucerne back in the day. Then we go back to kids swimming, playing. Like I said, you ain't gonna recognize anybody from some of this video, but if it jogs somebody's memory, look at this. The form on this person is amazing. Oh, jeez. Don't drown, honey. But yeah, they wore them caps. They trying to look like me, I think, and bald heads and stuff. And here's how they used to get around the lake. They had a woman in the back of the boat, and he was taking them around. How romantic, you know. Oh, look at the form on that now. I tell you what, that's a future Olympian. That could be Mark Spitz or something. Who knows? Like I said, a lot of the stuff is boring and stuff, and it's like a family home video or something, but it's history, you know, it's Crandon history, and that's huge to some people, especially around here. Mr. Conway and Bill Keeler were good friends back in the day, I believe I hear. There you got shuffleboard. Now you got pickleball. Shuffleboard and pickleball. But just another thing they had back in the day that we don't have much anymore. People are too busy on their phones to do this kind of stuff anymore. You don't see anybody with cell phones. Did you notice that? I know I noticed it through all these videos that I got here. Nobody's on their cell phone. Duh. Maybe they didn't have them. Here's the archery range now. This is what people did for fun back in the days. Guys got together and shooting archery, learning things. Nowadays it's I'll just pull up, ask Google, watch a video on how to do it. Well, this is how he did it back in the day. There, that's Roger Hilberg's very first plane. He was only about probably 7 or 8 years old, but he's in our videos later on too. So, but yeah, you notice they didn't flip it like Roger does. Roger, if you're watching this, take some lessons, buddy. LOL, we love you. But yeah, I don't know whose plane that could have been. If Mr. Conway had a plane back then, now they're up in the air, and I'm not sure if this is Crandon, but I believe this is going up to Iron Mountain. And why I say that is because in this next scene here, I believe you'll see some guys climbing the ski jump up there. You can see a city, and I'm not sure if that's Crandon or if that would be Iron Mountain or what it would be. There's pretty big buildings there. I remember in the 60s, so cities and stuff. Here's the ski jump from the top of it. These guys climbed to the top of it. And this is the ski jump. And I don't know if it's Big Stone Golf Course is built there now too. And maybe it was back then too, but this is definitely that because I remember this driveway and everything looks familiar going into the golf course. But yeah, this is the old ski jump. I mean, it's been there for a long time. Imagine jumping off of that. Imagine even climbing it. Not me. First of all, I couldn't make it up there because I'm too fat. But yeah, they let you do a lot of things now. I think this is the cabin, a hunting cabin, if it is, or whatever, that they were going to, because there's a buck pole right there. So I'm assuming a lot of you people may not know what a buck pole is. Shacks are getting kind of a thing in the past. I know I used to be in one when I lived in Leona, and some of the best times I ever had. And I believe in this next scene now, you're going to see one of the first log trucks with a grapple right here. And I believe this belonged to Chaz Flannery or Charles Flannery. It says on the side of the truck. And I think it says Chaz Flannery. And I think it said Pelican Lake or Elko, Wisconsin right there. But that's how they loaded their logs back then, a big cable boom. And that was the early days of logging, kids. No processors back then. I think that was my dad and probably cut the logs. I'm not sure, but everybody was a lumberjack back then. That's the only way you made a living, pretty much. But yeah, pretty neat rig there. So if anybody has any information on Chaz Flannery or Charles Flannery, Pelican Lake, let us know. This is toward the end of the video now, and my next video is going to have lots of ice fishing, fish cribs, the whole ball wax, and people pulling whitefish out of the lake. And I believe this is Matanga. I didn't know Matanga had whitefish, but it could be. I know Lucerne did back in the day, they say. But anyway, if you guys got any information, comment or get a hold of me somehow or something. I'd rather you comment and subscribe to my channel. That's a big thing. All right, have a good day.